Hey folks, and welcome to my thoughts on a comic. And today's comic is Veronica Riverdale Romance, number 186 by Archie Comics. This one contains two stories. Alright, so let's get started with the first one. Alright, so the first one is Veronica in Isn't It Romantic? And the script and pencils are by Dan Parent, if that's how you pronounce that. Inking is by Jim Amasha. Probably botched that one. Lettering is by Jack Morelli. I botched that one too. Coloring is by Barry Grossman. Editor is Victor Gorelick. Damn, what a last name. And editor in chief is Richard Goldwater. Also, one hell of a name. Alright, so that is our first story. Now, in our first story, Veronica reads a story in a magazine called Go Woman. It's called The Destiny's Rupture. She is very engrossed in that romantic story. Uh, Archie and Betty walk by. They see her, and Betty asks her what she's reading. That she's so engrossed because wow, Veronica's studying. Amazing. So she shows her. She gives her the magazine, and later they both fangirl about it. Oh, it was amazing. Oh my God, when's the next part come out and all that stuff. So the next day in class, they see that their teacher, Miss G, because I don't remember her last name, even though I read it a few times today. So Miss G also has a copy in her purse, so they're like, "Ah, you're also reading it. We're all so excited to till next one." And then the next month, they Miss G surprises them. She got the magazine with it and a few extra copies, so she gives them to the Veronica and Betty, and maybe some other girls. I don't know. So they read it all. It was so great and all that. And oh, there's gonna be a book now. That's even more exciting. And they're like, oh. And then a few days later, they see that in a bookstore in their town. Oh, she's gonna come for a signing. We totally have to be there. And then we get to the next day at school, where Veronica goes to tell Miss G about the signing. Oh, by the way, the author's name is Gigi. Gigi. I immediately thought of Gigi Hadid. So they go. She goes into her office, but then she finds the principal. I forgot. I also forgot his surname. Something with B. She sees the principal. He's like, "Oh, hi, Mr. Principal. I was here to see Miss G. I wanted to tell her about something." He's like, "Oh, she went to get a drink of water." I gotta say, there's something so funny in this part. I'll start showing pages now. Real quickly. So there's Veronica, there's the magazine, there's Archie and Betty. We're gonna skip a bit. Alright, there you see she brings them an extra copy. That's Miss G. Oh, look at that! What a cute Crash Bandicoot drawing over there. That was adorable. Alright, let me just see, they're excited, fangirling, yay. Alright, so that's the principal. There he is. Alright, so he said that she went to get a drink of water. Look at this. Look at this. It's a water cooler, right? Why did I was like, okay, and then I saw that and I'm like, why did she leave the room to do that? There's water right there. Like right there. Why did he I mean, I don't know. It just said she went to get water, but I was like, there's a cooler over there. She could have stayed in the office and drank. I mean, it's a purpose for her not being there. I get that, but you can't draw a water cooler. Or it's not a water. The water device and just say she went out for water when there's water in the office. Unless they need sparkly. Well, I don't know. It's just funny. I mean, look, water right there. So anyway, he tells her she'll be back. She went to get water while there's water here, naturally. So, but then he gets a phone call, so he turns around to answer, and then Veronica sees his laptop, and she sees Destiny Rupture, the novel, and she's like, "Oh my god, the principal is the one who's been writing this romantic story." And then she goes quickly to tell Betty, and ew, the principal's writing this, and I gotta say that is very sexist. See, come on, girls, where's your open mind? So what if the principal wrote this romance? You enjoyed it anyway. What's the big deal? I mean, okay, I'll spoil it already. Miss G's the author of the of the story. You find out now anyway. So like her being the writer is not ill, but him being the writer is ill. Go figure. And both of them are your, teacher and principal. But then they're like strangely they're still gonna go get the signature. I mean, seriously, girls, where's your open mind? No, but really on the note, when I looked for like porn romantic books with gayers, actually, I noticed something funny. A lot of the writers are girls, women. It kind of makes me wonder if it's the opposite, if it's lesbians. Are the majority of the writers men? I don't know. I mean, seriously, there's some silly things in these stories. So yeah, Miss G asks the principal what he thinks of her manuscript and all that, and here's the big day, and yay. And then they find out, oh my god, it's Miss G. Holy shit, and they're like, oh, we're all proud of her, way to go, that's fantastic. Now she's going on vacation to Europe, now she has some money, hooray. And then she sends Veronica an email at the end with her with a nice looking gentleman over there. So they're like, it looks like we have a lot to learn from. Here, Miss Grundy. Yeah, Miss Grundy. Looks like we have a lot to learn from her. And all I can think of at this moment is about the TV show Riverdale that they made based on this, and how there Miss Grundy is, I think, 30 or early 30s, and she's sleeping with Archie. So yeah, I kind of laughed at that. If only they knew. If only they knew what the future would bring. And it kind of makes you want to find out if there's comics based on the TV series. Well, that's gonna be some shit and one hell of a 180 turn. Right, anyway, enough with the porn. Let's continue. So that's the end of that one. We have some nice Veronica things here. I kind of like these looks. We got some fan drawings. Yada, yada, yada. Alright, oops, wait, next story. Next story is Veronica in the testy trip, where she tests, and here we have script is by Barbara Salette. I probably botched that. Pencils are by Dan Parent, and inks are by Jim Amash. Again, I probably botched all those. My bad. They'll be down below. Right, so next story is Veronica's dad. That's the dad, that's the mom. Gets an award for being the best businessman of the year. They have free tickets to fly to Hawaii for the whole thing. Veronica's like, yay, daddy, but she's not too excited to go because she's always bored. Nothing for her to do because there's only, business people around. So her dad suggests, why don't you invite a friend and I'll pay for the extra ticket. By the way, he must have had black hair before it turned white. And she's like, oh, yay, I won't be alone. But then, oh, who will I take? Should I take Betty, who's my best friend, but also my enemy? Which means she's her frenemy. You know, they're fighting over Archie. Yeah, I don't get it. I watched the cartoon Mysteries in Riverdale, and I really liked that one. And I liked Veronica there way more than I like her here. She had sass. No, she had sass and she was evil planning and all that. I really liked that. Kind of miss it here, really. Yeah, Betty was also had more personality there too. They really made it cool. Right, anyway, so we have Betty, we have Nancy, and we have, I think you pronounce it Midge. For the life of me, I don't know how you pronounce this lady's name. So anyway, who do I take? You know, this one's my friend of me. This one's really fun to spend time with. This one's really supportive or very friendly. I don't know. So what are we gonna do? I know I got a brilliant idea. I'll make the girls compete for the ticket. I don't get it. Why didn't pull straws? You know, like pull straws. Who gets the shortest one gets to go with you. Or I don't know. She makes the whole contest. You know, if you compliment me, that's 2 points. If you do me a favor, that's 5 points. And if you, I shit you not, if you have an Archie spotting, that's 10 points. I shit you not. I like what is? Sorry, an Archie sighting, and I'm like, what's an Archie sighting? Like, what do you mean? You just have to see Archie and you get 10 points, or do you have to make sure you're around or they call you if you see Archie? And even if they call you, what does it help if you're not there? That's just an Archie sighting. It's like the fuck. An Archie that is the first. An Archie sighting. I'm telling you, we need the Veronica from the cartoon. So anyway, Betty gives her a compliment. She gets 2 points. Nancy helps her clean her closet, so that's 5 points. And then Midge, this one, that's her boyfriend. She also has a boyfriend. So she know. Oh, by the way, she has a cool boyfriend. He's into comics. All right, so this one, Midge, she noticed she has an Archie. She has an Archie sighting. I'm not. That one is just. That's just something. Archie sighting. And she's like, "Oh, look, Veronica, there's Archie," which I guess is helpful. I don't know. That's just something. So anyway, all the girls feel bad about this. You know, how could we do this to each other and all that? We're all friends. Then Veronica's, you know, next day I'm gonna choose the winner, and they're like, no, we can't do it. We don't want to ruin our friendship. Yada yada yada. So they all leave. Veronica's very upset. You know, I wanted them to go with me, and now they don't talk to me. And her parents are like, well, honey, maybe they didn't. Maybe this was a bad idea because they felt like you're only their friend for what they could do for you and not for who they are. He's like, oh no, crying and stuff. I didn't think about it like this. Yay. Right, so then a few days later, I think they're planning to go to Hawaii. And surprise, all three of them are there. Her dad decided, I'm going to take all three of them. We think you've learned your lesson. Veronica's very happy, yay. She tells her dad he won Best Dad of the Year. Happy ending. And then Veronica's like, I got a great idea. Why don't we go to Hawaii every year? And her parents like, well, looks like she still has a few lessons to learn with some pretty weird expressions right there. I don't know, that is some stuff. So that's it. Yeah. All right. So I'll start with the art before I close the book. And it's a nice art style. It's not really my favorite. And I loved it, but you know, it works for here. Colors are nice. We got some nice outfits here too, but not something that made me fall out of my seat with amazement. All right, the cover. I love this cover. Yeah, it's like all those the covers on the porn romance books for women mainly. You know, you got the hot muscular guy in whatever hair length he has. You got the girl with the usually long hair, dress, whatever. Of course, more cleavage, way more cleavage, or at least some really big boobs. Well, this is. I think Archie's meant for tweens, kids. So obviously they went modest, both with the cleavage and well, the boobs, I guess. But no, this looks really nice. I like it. It's a cool cover. I think I might keep this comic just for this cover. I mean, how many times would I get to have one of these? Right, so the stories are nice. I did like the first one better than the second a little bit. It's not, if you want to quickly pass the time and you like Archie, or, well, mainly in this one, if you like Veronica and Betty, or mainly Veronica, to be honest, I think you'd like this, or if you're generally a fan of Archie, you might enjoy this. I think the ladies will enjoy this way more than the gentlemen. Yeah, it's not really no ass kicking, nothing cool, no mysteries. That's why Mysteries of Riverdale is better. It's got some action there. But yeah, overall, it's very nice. You got mainly romance, but yeah, it's really nice. If you want to give it a try, although don't expect action. All right, folks. So that is it. Till next time. Bye.